Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about 10 stocks that are under or around $20 a share. This is one of these videos I've actually gotten like several messages about where people are looking for, lower cost stock. And so I put together this list of just 10 different stocks. Now these stocks, I'm not going to go into extreme detail around them, but you can do your own research around these. Nor am I saying in this video that these stocks are going to do astronomically great, but these are some that I thought had really good potentials to do a lot better than where they are now, or to grow, in the near future and even long term. So I have a few categories mixed in the stock, so it's a little bit more than 10. But basically, these are stocks that are under or around $20 per share. So if you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe. Stick around. On this channel, we love to talk about money. We love to talk about investing. Love to talk about how you can succeed, whether you have money or if you don't have a whole lot of money. We're talking about improving our minds, growing, using wisdom, and using that to help stimulate and grow your money. All right, guys, so let's get right into the list. So the first one is Dropbox. You guys are familiar with Dropbox. It's basically like a cloud service. So if you guys have ever had to send like a large file to somebody, one of the companies that you would use is Dropbox. So in some form or fashion, most of us have used Dropbox at least once, or at least received a file from Dropbox. Now the second one is also based around the cloud and system as a service companies, and that's Apex, which is AvePoint. It's a SPAC. So basically it's underneath Apex Technologies. Once the merger is complete, it will be AvePoint, but basically they do a lot of cloud service, and one of their top clients is Microsoft. Third one is Zynga. Now, if you don't know what Zynga is, basically they create games, especially a lot of these online games that people are playing. So with the evolution of online, Zynga right now is actually around $10 a share. So it's relatively cheap in my opinion, and it has some good possibilities, like I said at the beginning of the video, of being able to do well. Number 4, Nano Dimensions. This is 3D technology. Nano Dimensions, I think right now at the taping of this video or recording of this video, is about $13 a share or so, and I think it still has some good upside. But Nano is basically based around 3D technology. Number 5, Halion. Halion, I still think Halion is still a good buy for its price. Now the price has went up and came down some, because basically what's happening in the SPAC industry, you have a lot of people, they're not necessarily looking for great investments long term. A lot of them are looking for short and term investments where they can make money fast. So Halion is one of those companies that you've seen within the SPAC industry that was, a lot of people bought into it. They got a nice run up, and then once the hype around Halion died off, so did the people who were investing. They kind of started selling off and things like that. But these are one of these plays that you have to understand that, if it's going to do better, you're not going to see it within a year of it being public or a few months. It's more of a long-term deal. They already have products that are already running. They really do have a nice structure, nice leaders at the helm. So Halion I still think is a possible good buy underneath $20. Number 6, Wish. Wish, we talked about Wish. We just did a video on Wish. Everybody has bought at least one or two things off of Wish. Well, right now it's currently around, I think about $24, $25 a share. So it's still, in my opinion, may be a good buy and has some good possibility of upsell just based around the industry, as well as what they've done over the last 10 years. Now this next one is a category, number 7, and it's airline stocks, in particular American Airlines and JetBlue. They both are under $20. Now, the thing about the airline industry is that prior to the pandemic, if you just look at the chart for most airline industries, the direct airlines, you'll see that their chart has kind of trended down for several years. But with the pandemic, of course, they've all taken a hit. So these two, you may be able to get, a good run up. I don't see them doubling or tripling in price. It's possible, but if it does, it will be more so based off of just people buying it versus the actual value. But you could get some good upside in this, and this might be something that's more played for as a recovery stock, after the pandemic's over. Number 8, Rocket Companies. So now if you've never heard of Rocket Companies, I'm sure you heard of Rocket Mortgages, because they've put their ads everywhere, commercials everywhere. Well, Rocket Mortgage is one of the companies underneath, or one of the branches underneath Rocket Companies, because they own several other companies. So this is based around a lot of real estate and loans and even other things that they have underneath the company. So check that out. Number 9, Social Capital, IPOE. Now this is a SPAC that is actually going to, or is supposed to merge with SoFi. So basically it would take SoFi, which is, an investment company, a finance company, a loan company. it would take them public. So now if you never heard of SoFi, you should definitely check them out. They have some good, products. It's one of the companies that I actually use them. And I have a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. But they are going public. And personally, I kind of feel really good about this particular company. So now number 10 is another category. And I've never talked about this on this channel just yet, but it is 5G stocks. And there are several 5G stocks that are underneath $20, but in particular on this video, I'm just talking about Ericsson and Nokia. They provide softwares and different things and technologies to help with the 5G as it's starting to come more and more online. So the power of 5G, whether you are, a conspiracy theorist or whatever it is, basically 5G is just going to increase a lot of the internet power to the point that we're starting to see this, looked at as being something to be helping with, even vehicles and other manufacturers and things that are happening that we haven't seen before. Now we kind of know like Ericsson, Nokia from phones and things like that. And I had not even thought about Ericsson, but I actually ended up with getting them within my Webull account as free stock. And once I looked into it, I was like, well, I guess I might just keep this because of all the things that they have around 5G. So 5G stocks is my number 10. All right, guys, so that is my 10 stocks and, a few sectors to look into where you can find, some possible good buys. I'm more than sure that some of these are going to do very well. But just do your own research around these and see if you can find, maybe one or two that you might like to play or you might like to hold on to if you're adding investments to your portfolio at this time. All right, guys. So if you have any stocks that you think are really good and have the potential of being really good that are under $20, feel free to drop those below within the comments. As always, guys, y'all have a good one. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.